So then it was off to Chiang Rai. We met a gentleman the day before at a coffee stand who offered up his taxi service. Very reasonable rate from what we were looking at. Super friendly, picked us up right from our hotel, give us some history as we drove through the mountains up to Chiang Rai. It is a whole day trip, so you do want to plan that out. You're not going to want to have anything on the list, but this was something we wanted to do, see the blue and white temples in the surrounding mountain areas up in Chiang Rai. It was on our bucket list, but what an incredible way. We highly recommend if you can get your own private taxi, you definitely want to do that. It is probably the best way to explore this area. And if you have your own guide, that helps as well. On our way to Chiang Rai with our boss man here. You guys ready?
Yes.
We got a good boss man here.
3 hours.
3
To
hours.
White Temple.
We're gonna go.
Yes.
And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly? It's here, kid. You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before.
Boring.
And then it was time for a pit stop. Unfortunately, it was raining. This would be the story, even going into Krabi Island for several days. But this was a really good opportunity to check out some local shops, some local Thai, northern Thai food. Unbelievable. We had an opportunity just to see some of the local vendors and see some of the Buddhist monks that were kind of selling some of their stuff there as well. But tons of things. You're going to have to make a stop anyway, so you might as well stay and check out some of these areas. And as you can see, there are hot springs here as well. You can actually see the steam coming from these from the highway. These are mostly, for the most part, foot baths. I couldn't see like an actual place where you would take a full hot spring bath, but really cool as a part of this location, this area, and it just shows you there's a lot of things you can see along the way, and just take your time to really spend the day traveling through the area. It's not just about the destination of the temples, but the surrounding area as well.
Smell like eggs. Yeah, you did bring that one. The one that's hidden.
Okay, that's good.
And then it was back on the road again to go see the temples.
So I have to I looking I if I not cannot parking there maybe park or cannot.
So we arrived at the temple and we just have a area to park here, and then from there we just walk over to the temples where we pay our entrance fee. So this is at the White Temple. We did have to travel further later on to get to the Blue Temple. That's why it's important to give yourself a full day of travel, because it is going to take you, if you want to do both the White and the Blue Temple, it will take you an entire day.
White ticket.
Hay que ya entrar, ¿no? Bueno, vale.
So lots of amazing artwork around. As you can see, a lot of pop culture, 80s, early 90s, both outside and inside the temple. Unfortunately, inside the temple, we're not allowed to take pictures or videos, so you can't see that. You have to go and see for yourself. But this was an experience.
¿Dónde pues? ¿De ahí?
So here we're coming up in the famous white temple hands. These are kind of like the creepy, weird, outstretched, kind of ghostly hands that you see. But from what we read, these represent the understrained desire, greed, lust, worldly temptations that one must overcome to attain spiritual purity and enlightenment. It's just kind of served to be a stark warning and reflection on human suffering before you cross the bridge into the cycle of rebirth. So that's kind of the significance of those hands.
Walking please, please no blocking the way please ชิงควายเตียนโจกผู้หนึ่งต่างลูกเดินขึ้นไปได้เลยนะคะไม่ขวางทางเดินค่ะ No paren Kuben arriba por favor Keep walking please please no blocking the way please ชิงควายเตียนโจกผู้หนึ่งต่างลูกเดินขึ้นไปได้เลยนะคะไม่ขวางทางเดินค่ะ No paren Kuben arriba por favor Keep walking please please no blocking the way please ชิงควายเตียนโจกผู้หนึ่งต่างลูกเดินขึ้นไปได้เลย pare come arriva por favor. What is the no no
So again, no videos or pictures allowed inside the temple. So definitely something you're gonna have to just come see for yourself. But just to give you a sneak little preview, there's a lot of pop culture, like I mentioned, the 80s and early 90s. You see things on the wall that are like Predator, Terminator, Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, all these things you really didn't, or at least we did not expect to see. But because that's kind of right up my alley and that retro style of artwork, it was really neat to see. And this whole, I mean, it obviously, as you can tell from the outside, this whole thing is just magnificent and beautiful. And I can't imagine how long it took to put this all together.
Vete, vete.
So a lot of things we didn't see in other videos surrounding the White Temple is some of these other plate pieces that you see. There's waterfalls, there's water fountains, there's other temples and statues and things along the way. So definitely, it's a place where you can take your time and go around the courtyard area. On a side note, if you are trying to use a washroom, the ones on the outside aren't the greatest, but once you get into the inside, they have amazing washrooms. Obviously, we did not take videos of the washrooms themselves. But that is a point to note. If you have to use a washroom, you might want to wait till you get on the inside. So again, a lot of the artwork had the same theme throughout, kind of like hidden like little Easter eggs, this pop culture retro style, as you can see here, hidden amongst the other artwork pieces, but this was definitely a theme throughout. And then from there, it was off to the Blue Temple. It was about a 20-minute drive from the White Temple. But again, part of this trip was just exploring some of the scenery, as you can see here. So by this time, of course, the camera's getting a little bit wet here. It kept continuing to rain, but still a great experience. There's a boss man walking in the corner. So this is, the reason why they call it the Blue Temple is because the colors obviously are different shades of blue, as you can tell. And again, there's other features to see outside of the temple as well. They have waterfalls and hot springs and different kind of things moving around. So there's a different style here than the last temple. I'm not sure exactly what to kind of call this style, but inside this one, we were able to take videos and pictures. So you can see it has almost more like a psychedelic type of feel inside the temple itself, but there's lots to see outside and inside the temple.
Est-ce que pues
Please sit down. This is when you go next to the bar. You can take away from up your leg. The body can donate as much as you would like to. Every donate box inside and out. Thank you in advance.
And then from there, it was time to make our way back to the hotel for the day. It was a great trip and a great experience, and definitely something we would recommend anyone to do for a day trip.
I was a part of it. Someday I will feel alright. Timing felt so right, and we gave it all and gave him a fight. Can you feel the beat, all the energy? I loved it all from start. Can you see it clear, all the happy years?